Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Full Potential. I'm so glad you're here today. We're diving into a topic that might seem small but has the power to change everything: habits. Sometimes, we underestimate the incredible difference small, consistent actions can make. But let me tell you, those tiny changes can lead to remarkable results. Today, we're talking about the power of habits and how they can truly transform your life. If you've ever felt like making a change was overwhelming, I want you to know that you've got this. It doesn't take huge leaps to get where you want to be, it just takes small, steady steps. Grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Today's topic is the power of habits: tiny changes, remarkable results. Let's start by talking about why small habits matter. You know, we often think that to make big progress, we need to make big changes, but honestly, it's the small shifts that can lead to the biggest, most lasting transformations. Those little things we do each day? They're the real game changers. Segment 1: Why Small Habits Matter: The Compounding Effect of Tiny Changes. Let's begin by understanding why small habits matter. Imagine for a moment a plane taking off from Los Angeles, heading to New York. Now, if the pilot adjusts the plane's heading by just 3.5 degrees south, the plane wouldn't land in New York, it would end up in Washington. Isn't that incredible? Such a small change can lead to a completely different destination. This is exactly how our habits work. James Clear, in his amazing book Atomic Habits, talks about the power of getting 1% better every day. Imagine that, just 1% better. It doesn't sound like much, but over time, that small improvement compounds. By the end of the year, you could be almost 37 times better than when you started. It's these tiny actions, the ones that seem so insignificant, that have the power to create huge change. Think about it in terms of health. Instead of focusing on losing 20 pounds in a month, what if you focused on something smaller, like drinking a glass of water before every meal or taking a 10-minute walk each day? These small habits build a strong foundation, and before you know it, the changes add up and become truly transformative. The key takeaway here is that significant change doesn't require massive action. It's the small, everyday choices that lead us to our goals, even if it feels slow at first. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Segment 2: Building Keystone Habits. Identify habits that positively impact other areas of life. Now, let's move on to something called Keystone Habits. Charles Duhigg introduced this concept in his book The Power of Habit, and it's such a powerful idea. A keystone habit is one small habit that starts a chain reaction, helping you create more positive habits in other areas of your life. It's like a domino effect: one positive action leads to many others. For example, exercise is often a keystone habit. When you start working out, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day, you might find yourself eating healthier, sleeping better, and feeling more focused throughout the day. Another great example is making your bed every morning. It sounds so simple, but it sets a productive tone for the rest of your day and helps you feel accomplished right from the start. Keystone habits are amazing because they build momentum. When you focus on just one simple habit that has a wide impact, you'll start to see positive changes ripple across many areas of your life. It's all about finding that one habit that will make the biggest difference for you. I'd love for you to take a moment and think about one habit you could start that will positively impact other areas of your life. It could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before diving into work, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Write it down and commit to practicing it every day this week. Trust me, you'll feel the difference. Segment 3: Tracking Progress. How to keep track and stay motivated. Now that we understand the power of small changes and keystone habits, let's talk about tracking progress. One of the best ways to build a habit is to track it. Tracking makes your progress visible, and it keeps you accountable, which is so important when you're working on long-term changes. James Clear suggests using a habit tracker, and it doesn't need to be fancy. It could be a simple calendar or a journal where you mark off each day that you complete your habit. Seeing that chain of days grow gives you a sense of accomplishment, and it motivates you to keep it going. It's such a small thing, but it really works. You'll find yourself wanting to keep that streak alive. Another great way to stay motivated is to celebrate every little win. It doesn't have to be big, just say great job to yourself, or do a little happy dance. Whatever makes you feel good. Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, keeps you energized and makes the habit-building process more fun. Remember, tracking progress isn't about being perfect. It's about building awareness and creating a positive feedback loop. The more you see yourself succeed, the more motivated you'll be to keep going. And if you miss a day, don't sweat it, just get back on track as soon as you can. Consistency matters far more than perfection. Small changes lead to big results. As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember this: the key to reaching your full potential isn't about making huge, overwhelming changes. It's about the power of habits, the tiny, consistent actions that, over time, create incredible shifts in our lives. Whether you're focusing on a keystone habit, making those 1% improvements, or just tracking your progress, every small step matters. And I believe in you, you've got this. This week, pick one small habit to work on. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water every morning, or reading just 10 pages of a book before bed. Track it for 7 days, and notice how it makes you feel. These small changes are the beginning of something great. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and share it with someone who might need a little extra encouragement. I'm here every week to remind you that you already have everything you need to reach your full potential. You just need the right habits and the belief that you can do it. Let's keep growing together, one small change at a time. Until next time, stay positive, stay consistent, and keep striving for your best self. Let's unlock our full potential together.